The metamorphosis of rebellion, from teenagers to adults. Adulthood isn't a finish line you cross on your 18th birthday, it's a gradual transformation. It's about responsibility, accountability, and maturity. This evolution often begins with teenage rebellion. Teenagers are trying to find their place in the world. They're figuring out who they are and what they believe. This journey from adolescence to adulthood is marked by challenges. There will be missteps, disagreements, and moments of frustration. But it's also a time of tremendous growth. Teenagers learn to think for themselves, make decisions, and deal with the consequences. Part of this process involves questioning the status quo. They may challenge their parents' beliefs, societal norms, or authority figures. The key is to channel this rebellious energy constructively. Ultimately, the goal is to help them navigate the choppy waters of adolescence and emerge as responsible, well-rounded adults. Rebellion, a necessary step towards independence. Teenage rebellion is often misunderstood. It's frequently seen as defiance or disrespect. However, it's important to look beyond the surface. At its core, rebellion is often an expression of a teenager's desire for independence. For years, children are told what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. As they enter adolescence, they begin to crave autonomy. They want to make their own choices, even if those choices are different from their parents'. This yearning for independence is a healthy part of development. It pushes teenagers to establish their own identities. They experiment with different styles, interests, and friend groups. Parents should aim to be supportive guides, offering advice and setting boundaries while allowing their teenagers the freedom to make their own choices. Bridging the generational divide. Understanding the root of conflict, the generational gap. Each generation grows up in a different world with different experiences, values, and perspectives. This can lead to misunderstandings and conflicts between parents and their children. Parents often view the world through the lens of their own upbringing. These values might not always align with the realities of the modern world in which their children are growing up. Teenagers, on the other hand, are shaped by the world around them. They're influenced by social media, technology, and their peers. Bridging this generational divide requires empathy and understanding from both sides. Parents need to make an effort to see the world through their children's eyes. Teenagers, in turn, should try to understand where their parents are coming from. Recognize that their parents' intentions are usually good, even if their methods seem outdated or out of touch. Learning from rebellion mistakes pave the path to growth. Rebellion, while often messy and challenging, is a crucial part of the learning process. It's a time for teenagers to test boundaries, explore their limits, and learn from their mistakes. Making mistakes is an inevitable part of growing up. It's how we learn, adapt, and mature. When teenagers rebel, they're often stepping outside of their comfort zones. They're taking risks and experimenting with new behaviors. Sometimes, these risks lead to negative consequences. However, these experiences, while painful, are invaluable learning opportunities. Parents should avoid shielding their teenagers from the consequences of their actions. Instead, offer support and guidance, helping them understand the consequences of their choices. The goal isn't to prevent mistakes, but to help them develop resilience and decision-making skills. The tightrope of guidance, balancing control and autonomy. One of the biggest challenges parents face is finding the right balance between control and autonomy. Too much control and teenagers feel suffocated and stifled, leading to resentment and rebellion. Too little guidance, and they can feel lost, insecure, and ill-equipped to make responsible choices. The key is to gradually loosen the reins as teenagers mature. Start by giving them more freedom in areas where they demonstrate responsibility. As they prove themselves capable of making sound decisions, gradually expand their autonomy. This process requires open communication and mutual trust. Parents need to be clear about their expectations and boundaries. Teenagers, in turn, need to be honest about their needs and challenges. Provide guidance and support when needed, but allow them the space to make their own choices and learn from their experiences. Beyond the years, redefining adulthood through maturity and responsibility. Adulthood isn't defined by a number, it's not solely determined by reaching a certain age. True adulthood is a state of mind. It's about developing maturity, responsibility, and the ability to navigate the complexities of life. It's about being accountable for your actions, making sound decisions, and taking care of yourself and others. Maturity doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual process shaped by experiences, relationships, and personal growth. Some individuals achieve this sense of maturity earlier than others. The journey from adolescence to adulthood is unique for every individual. It's about embracing the challenges, learning from mistakes, and continuously striving to become the best version of yourself. Communication, the bridge over troubled waters. Communication is the cornerstone of any healthy relationship, especially between parents and their children. It's the bridge that connects generations, fostering understanding, empathy, and mutual respect. Open and honest communication is crucial during the tumultuous teenage years. It allows parents to understand the challenges their children are facing, offer support, and provide guidance. It also provides teenagers with a safe space to express their thoughts, feelings, and concerns without fear of judgment. Effective communication is a two-way street. It requires active listening, empathy, and a willingness to see things from the other person's perspective. Parents need to listen to their teenagers without interrupting, criticizing, or offering unsolicited advice. Teenagers, in turn, need to communicate their thoughts and feelings clearly and respectfully. Regular family meetings can provide a structured environment for open communication. From conflict to connection, embracing the generational gap. The generational gap, while often viewed as a source of conflict, presents a unique opportunity for growth and understanding. It's a chance for different generations to learn from each other, bridge the divide, and build stronger relationships. Parents can benefit from their children's perspectives on the world. Teenagers can offer insights into current trends, technologies, and social issues. They can challenge their parents' assumptions, broaden their horizons, and help them see the world through a fresh lens. Teenagers, in turn, can learn from their parents' experiences, wisdom, and guidance. By embracing the generational gap as an opportunity for mutual learning, families can transform potential conflict into connection. This foundation will serve them well as their teenagers navigate the challenges of adulthood and emerge as responsible, compassionate individuals.